What's up, everybody? Welcome back. And today's video, well, actually, I'm going to make several of them, and it's going to go over everything in the book that I'm going to be talking about. Um, so today is going to be how to remove the lower A arm, and the special tools you're going to need is a coil spring compressor. And for this job, I've never done it, but for those of you that are looking to do it, this is what the book says. For removal, you're going to want to take the bottom of the bolts for the shock off. Then it says remove the shock absorber by removing the nut, retainer, and grommet from number 1. And then number 2 says remove the shock absorber. Remove the front suspension bumper from the lower suspension arm and inspect it. Loosen the lower ball joint retaining nut 1 or 2 turns. Separate the lower ball joint from the front wheel spindle. So these are the directions that it's giving you to remove the lower arm. Let's continue. Note: the tang on the lower ball must nest in the slot of the upper of the lower support plate. Installation. So I want you guys to read this, because this is telling you how to compress the coil spring. It's very important that you do this correctly, safely, because this spring is under a lot of tension. Any mishap, and it's sure to smack you in the face or have a very bad day. Some more diagrams of things to loosen. You gotta loosen the lower suspension arm pivot bolts and nuts. Here comes the installation part. Basically just a reverse process. So when you put this bolt on, you need to make sure it goes 128 foot-pounds of torque. Very important. You do not want to be driving and that bolt is loose. And it's just a reverse process. So these bolts right here, you want to make sure they're 11 foot-pounds of torque. You do not want those to be loose either. So on the top of the shock absorber, it's telling you right here, it needs to be 30 foot-pounds of torque for the nut and washer. And if you guys need to know the bolt, the correct bolt, it's an M14 by 2.0 by 3.1 millimeter long. So that's cool. It tells you the bolt size for that. So when you install the disc brake, making sure the marks made during removal, step 3 are aligned. Position the disc brake caliper and caliper anchor plate assembly over the front disc. Install new retaining bolts and tighten them to 148 foot-pounds. So when you put that caliper on, that caliper bracket for the caliper, you want to make sure that's nice and tight. 148 foot-pounds. And that's it. And that's how you remove the lower A-arm, excuse me. And then this is telling you how to remove the upper A-arm. This is to remove the upper, so I can't imagine it being too different from the lower. I want you guys to read it. It even tells you the part number for the suspension lower arm, 3078. That's cool. So you got to put a jack under the lower A-arm so you can have, so the lower A-arm begins to move. That way you could take this bolt off so you have all that tension off. Move the pinch bolt and nut. Remove the front suspension, upper arm. So that's the part number for the upper A-arm, 3083. So it's telling you to remove these two bolts right here. And then once you do that, remove the front suspension upper arm, which is what the arrow pointing to, which is this right here. And then it goes into installation. So when you install the upper A-arm, you got to make sure you have it 110, 148 foot-pounds of torque. The bolt with the nut that goes through here. And then you want to make sure you put this 57 to 77 foot-pounds of torque. That goes to your spindle. And then it's showing you how to remove the bar stabilizer. Right here, you gotta move 1 and 2, which is right here. Disconnect the stabilizer bar link. That's the part number for the stabilizer bar link, just so you guys know. Remove the nut, remove the stabilizer bar link. Very simple, looks like. Remove the front stabilizer bar. Part number again. Remove the nuts, 1 and 2, right here. Remove the front stabilizer bar. Once you remove those. And then for installation, reverse process. "52 foot-pounds of torque" for these nuts that you took off from right here. That goes to your front stabilizer bar. And the stabilizer bar bracket, which is this, which is a part number. It also has a part number for that. Connect the stabilizer bar link. Position the stabilizer bar link. 1. Install the nut. 2. And you want to have it to 20 to 26 foot-pounds of torque. That's it, guys. So my next video will be about the link stabilizer bar. Show you guys how to remove it and stuff. There's a lot of good stuff in here. I'm gonna go through this real quick. I want you guys to have a little sneak peek. Shows you how to remove the spring. What else we got? What are we moving here? A lot of good information, guys. I don't want to spoil it and show you too much. Shows you a lot of good things in here, what you could do, how you service it, how to remove the shock absorber. Oh man, wheel and tire. We all know how to remove a wheel and tire. But for those of you that don't know or don't know how to work on your cars and always take it to a mechanic or whatever, this book might be for you. You might learn something. It's always good to learn. Diagnose and testing. Alright guys, well that's gonna do it. Just want to give you guys a little sneak peek of some stuff coming up. And if you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up. How to remove your upper and lower A-arms. And your stabilizer bar link. Stabilizer bar. Or something like that. But a lot of pages, a lot of great information in this book. It just keeps going and going. How to remove that before you put your brake fluid in the reservoir. Ooh man, I could read this book all day, honestly. Awesome diagrams for test conditions and check for DTCs. Oh wow. Alright guys, well, that's gonna do it. I hope you guys like this video. Give me a thumbs up, and if it helps you out, great, let me know in the comments. And if you guys like these videos, let me know too, and I'll keep dropping them. You guys take it easy. Stay safe.